Welcome to Hydroseeding 101. Today, we're going to go over how to factor coverage, or how many square feet we can expect to cover per load. However, first we must understand a couple things. 1, we need to determine our target application rate. 2, we need to determine our machine's material capacity, or how much mulch it will handle per load. It's important to note that not all units of equivalent size are capable of handling equivalent material capacities. If you're unsure of your machine's material capacity, we encourage you to consult with the manufacturer or an authorized dealer. Let's look at an example of some suggested application rates. You may see something similar on the label of your mulch. Factors such as slope gradient influence the risk of erosion and therefore impact the recommended rate. The gradient of a slope is a measure of how steep it is. A gradient can be expressed in two ways, a number or a ratio. However, in our industry, it's typically expressed as a ratio of horizontal to vertical, as in our example here. How do you calculate a gradient? This is very simple. Just divide your vertical rise by your horizontal run. Example, let's take a 10-foot vertical rise and divide it by a 40-foot horizontal run. This equals 0.25. This could also be expressed as a percentage, 25%. Expressed as a ratio, it would be 4-to-1. Here's another example. Let's take a 10-foot vertical and divide it by a 30-foot horizontal. That equals 0.33. It could also be expressed as a percentage, 33%. Expressed as a ratio, it would be 3-to-1. Now that you know how to read gradient ratios and factor them, I'd like to touch on a few other things that you may want to consider when determining your target application rate. 1. Desired quality of end result. In addition to providing extra erosion control characteristics, extra mulch can help achieve better moisture retention, resulting in higher germination ratio and a more appealing final product. 2. The type of mulch makes a difference, from loading capacity to performance on the ground and even how well it flows through your machine. The type of mulch can have an impact. You'll typically find cellulose or paper flows better, but that wood is superior when it comes to moisture retention and holding up to erosive forces. 3. If you ever need assistance, know we're just a phone call away at 844-4-Hydroseed. That's 844-449-3767. Moving on to machine mulch or material capacity. As stated earlier, it's important to understand that not all machines of equivalent size or gallon capacity share the equivalent mulch or material capacity. The objective in hydroseeding is to apply a certain number of pounds of mulch, pounds of seed, pounds of tackifier, pounds fertilizer, and any other necessary amendments at the appropriate rates per acre. It doesn't take long to realize that access to water is the biggest culprit to productivity in this game. So the takeaway here is that it's about applying pounds of material, not gallons of water. The water is simply the carrier. If you can apply more pounds using less water, you'll make more money faster. Once you have determined your machine's mulch capacity and your target application rate per acre, you can then figure out how many loads it would take to achieve that rate over 1 acre. You simply take the target application rate per acre and divide it by your machine's mulch capacity per load. Let's say, for an example, you're doing a general new residential construction on a flat to gently sloping ground. You're looking to achieve sod quality results and have decided to set a target application rate of around 2,200 pounds per acre. Let's say, for our example, that you're running a unit that you found handles 4 bales or 200 pounds of 100% wood fiber well. To figure how many loads we'll need per acre, we simply take our target application rate of 2,200 pounds acre divided by our machine's mulch capacity of 200 pounds, 11 loads. We'd need 11 loads at 200 pounds per load to achieve our target rate of 2,200 pounds per acre. Now, to factor our target coverage per load, we would just take 43,560 square feet or 1 acre and divide it by 11 loads. 3,960 square feet per load. So, roughly, or about 4,000 square feet per load. Let's do one more. This time, we'll set our target application rate at 1,100 pounds per acre, using the same or similar unit with the same mulch capacity of 200 pounds per load. We would take our target application rate of 1,100 pounds divided by our mulch capacity of 200 pounds. 5.5 or 5.5 loads. We would then take 43,560 square feet divided by 5.5, which equals 7,920 square feet, or about 8,000 square feet per load. You may notice we never discussed the gallon capacity of the example unit, yet we were able to figure out our coverage. That's because it's about pounds, not gallons.